The number of victims of the bloodiest attack on Ukraine's capital during the 3.5-year war has risen to 31. 159 people were injured, including 16 children. What Russia is doing to Ukraine is disgusting, said U.S. President Donald Trump, confirming that he will impose further sanctions on Russia if it does not halt its invasion by the 8th of August. Flags on government buildings in Kyiv have been lowered to half-mast as a sign of mourning for the victims of the massive Russian attack. Among the victims found in the rubble were the bodies of 5 children. Residents of the capital are mourning the victims. Missiles are hitting residential buildings and people are dying. I have no words to describe this madness. The United States can do a lot to influence Russia, but I don't know if Putin will listen because I don't think he's in his right mind. Russia has launched over 300 drones and 8 ballistic missiles. As usual, the targets were civilian facilities. I am sincerely grateful to the rescuers, police officers, every doctor, every nurse, everyone involved in providing assistance, all municipal services. It is very important that Ukrainians can help each other in doing their jobs. Unfortunately, we have fatalities. They are our friends. They are our families. U.S. President Donald Trump strongly criticized the brutal attacks and reiterated that he will impose new sanctions on Russia on August 8th if Putin does not bring about a ceasefire.
I think it's disgusting what they're doing. I think it's disgusting. This is Biden's war. It's not my war. But I said if I get in, I'll try and get the thing stopped. But I think what Russia's doing is very sad. A lot of Russians are dying. You have a lot of Russians, more Russians are dying. But yeah, we're going to put sanctions. I don't know that sanctions bother him. You know, they know about sanctions. I know better than anybody about sanctions and tariffs and everything else. I don't know if that has any effect.
I have just been informed that almost 20,000 Russian soldiers died this month in the ridiculous war with Ukraine. Russia has lost 112,500 soldiers since the beginning of the year. That is a lot of unnecessary death. Ukraine, however, has also suffered greatly. They have lost approximately 8,000 soldiers since January 1st, 2025, and that number does not include their missing. Ukraine has also lost civilians, but in smaller numbers, as Russian rockets crash into Kyiv and other Ukrainian locales. Ukrainians are skeptical about the prospect of resuming negotiations. The 3 rounds of direct talks between Russia and Ukraine so far have yielded no results. How many meetings have already taken place? How many times have they tried to negotiate and nothing? And Trump just says, I'm disappointed, upset, I didn't expect this. So what? There are no consequences yet. We'll see what happens now. Russia consistently rejects the idea of a permanent ceasefire, arguing that it would benefit the Ukrainian forces on the front lines. During today's meeting in Minsk with Belarusian dictator Lukashenko, Putin repeated the propaganda slogan that Russia is in favor of achieving lasting peace. However, achieving Russia's invasion goals, which have not changed, remain a priority. In July, Russia launched more drones toward Ukraine than in any other month since the start of the full-scale invasion in 2022. In the coming days, another visit to Moscow by White House Special Envoy Steve Witkoff is also expected.